In this video, we are going to be simplifying polynomials. It's the same as what we've done before where we've combined like terms. What I normally like to do is I like to look and see what things look the same, have the same exponent, variable and exponent. So right here, I have 2x squared. As I go through and look, I've got another x squared right here. It's minus 7x squared. Okay, well these two things are the only x squared, so let's put them together. 2 minus 7, negative 5, x squared. Next, let's look, I've got x's. Well, that says xy. That's not the same. This one has x's. So I have 6x plus 3x, which is plus 9x. Next, I have xy's. So there's minus 2xy, or minus 2xy and minus 5xy. Negative 2 minus 5 is negative 7xy. This is our answer. This is the unsimplified, well, I guess I didn't spell that right, did I? There we go. Unsimplified. And this one is the simplified version. Oh, I guess I missed number 2. Let's go down here. There it is. All right, pause the video and see if you can do what I just did on number 1. First thing, I have x squared. I'm looking. There's no other x squared, so that's going to go right here is x squared. The next term I have is xy. There's another xy right here, and that's the only one. So I have 6xy minus 5xy. 6 minus 5 is positive 1 xy. Next I have negative 2x, negative 7x, negative 5x. Negative 2 minus 7 is negative 9. Negative 9 minus 5 is negative 14x. The next one, I have a unit right there of plus 3, and that's the last one I have. So this is my unsimplified, and this is my simplified. This is my answer. All I'm doing is combining like terms. Next, here's the next one. Pause the video, see if you can do this one. But if you notice, you might have seen that there's something different. Right here, all this seems the same, but look here, it has a minus outside the parentheses. This is the same as minus 1. In order of operations, we have to do that hippity-hoppity distributive property. You have to do parentheses. And you have to multiply negative 1 by everything that's inside the parentheses. So I have x squared plus 6x minus xy plus 4. Now I have negative 1 times x, negative x. Negative 1 times xy, negative xy. Negative 1 times negative 2, positive 2x squared. Negative 1 times 1 is negative 1. Now that you've done the distributive property, now we can go and do what I was doing on the last one. Here's an x squared. Go and looking. Here's another x squared. So here I have 3x squared. Next, I have my x's, 6x minus x. And there's no other x's. See, this is an xy. That's not the same. So here's, I'll circle what I have in green. 6x minus 1x is plus 5x. I have negative xy and negative 1xy. Well, that's negative 2xy. And then I just have this unit right here, so it's minus 1. Let's go to number 4. All right, looking at number 4, first thing you should see is these parentheses. There's a minus sign out front. So I would have to do the distributive property. I have 6xy minus x squared plus 3xy. Negative 1 times 5xy, negative 5xy. Negative 1 times negative 7 is positive 7x. Negative 1 times 5x is minus 5x squared. Well, now I have 6xy I have a 3xy, a negative 5xy. 6 plus 3 is 9. That's 9xy. 9 minus 5 is 4xy. Next, there's a minus x squared. That's just an x. And a minus 5x squared. Negative 1 minus 5 is negative 6x squared. Next, I just have 7x. So I put plus 7x. Here's number 5. First off, does it have any parentheses in there? No, it does not. So let's put together the things that go together. I have x squareds. Do I have any other x squareds? Not this one. This is x to the third power, x cubed. So I have 3x squared. Let's look here at minus 2. Well, there's no variable there, so I'm looking for just the numbers. The next one is minus x to the x cubed. Nope. 5x. Nope. 6x cubed. Oh, here's one. Plus 7. Negative 2 plus 7 is positive 5. Next, minus 1x cubed minus 6x cubed minus 7x cubed. Then my next one is 5x plus 5x. So there's my answer, my simplified term. Now, if we really wanted to write it the way they do it in politically correct mathematics, I guess you could say, they write it with the exponents from highest to lowest. So it would be negative x to the third power plus 3x squared plus 5x plus 5. This answer up here is right, but this way down here is better. Here's the next one. Mark's bedroom has a length of 4x minus 9 and a width of 3x plus 8. Write an expression in terms of x to represent the perimeter of Mark's bedroom. What I would do is draw the picture, draw a rectangle, and it has 4x minus 9 is one of the sides, and the width is 3x plus 8. It wants to know the perimeter. Remember, perimeter means to add up all sides. Now, the first mistake I'll tell you that people will tell me is that the perimeter is 4 plus 3, which is 7x. They would tell me it's 7x minus 2 because, oops, not minus 2, minus 1. Because all they did was take this and combine them. Well, that's not true. That's not the answer. Because on perimeter, you have to add up all the sides. So I'd have to have 4x minus 9 here and 3x plus 8 here. Now, if I add them all up, 4 and 3 is 7, plus 3 is 10, plus 4 is 14. So the perimeter, 14x. Now, negative 9 plus 8 is negative 1. Negative 1 and negative 9 is negative 10. Plus 8 is negative 2. So there's my perimeter. Now here's the next part of the question. It says if x equals 3 feet, what is the perimeter of Mark's room? Well, I know the perimeter is 4x minus 2. It says if x is 3. So we're going to put 3 in there for x. And I have 14 times 3 minus 2. Well, let's see. What is that? 14 times 3 is a 2 and a 1. 42 minus 2. The perimeter is 40 feet. Because 14 times 3 is 42. Minus 2 is 40. Here's the next one. Same type of problem. Whoop, there's all mushed in together. All right. First thing I normally do is I draw a picture. And I'll go here and I'll put 2x squared plus 6. Then I have 4x minus 1. And it wants to know the perimeter. Well, let's label all the sides. 2x squared plus 6 and 4x minus 1. First off, let's put what goes together, the x squareds. I have a 2x squared, a 2x squared, no other x squared, so it's 4x squared. This is the perimeter. And then, let's see, I've got my x's, 4x and 4x, plus 8x. Then my units. 6 minus 1 is 5. 5 minus 1 is 4. 4 plus 6, so that's plus 10. There's my perimeter. Now down below it says, what if the perimeter is 5, or if x equals 5 feet? So let's take what our perimeter equals. And what it's asking you to do is take 5 and put it in here for everything in for x. So we have 4 times 5 squared plus 8 times 5 plus 10. Well, first do the exponents. 5 squared, remember 5 squared means 5 times 5, so that's 25. I have 4 times 25. 8 times 5 is 40 plus 10. Well, 4 times 25 is 100 plus 40 plus 10. That's 150 feet. Next, express the perimeter of the rectangle shown in terms of x. Well, right now, remember, perimeter means to add up all the sides, so let's label our sides. 6x minus 3, 4x minus 9. Add up your x's. 6 and 4 is 10, 16, and 20x. So my perimeter is 20x. And do your units. Negative 3 minus 9, that gives me negative 12. I have another minus 3, that gives me negative 15. And another minus 9, that gives me negative 24. So it's 20x minus 24 is my perimeter. Next, I know this is not a rectangle, but we can do the same thing. It says find the perimeter. So let's add up all the x's. 1, I'm going to underline them all first. Well, here we go. 3x, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. My perimeter, 13x. My units, I have 1 plus 1, which is 2. Minus 2 is 0. Here is my perimeter, 13x. Here's my next one. This one's got another step to it. First off, on my rectangle right here, I need to label this. Now some people would try and go over here and label that 4. But what is the perimeter? What sides are the perimeter? Is it inside here? It's not. It's what I'm highlighting here in the yellow. So the only piece we don't have is this one right here. Now I do need the 4 for that because this is a right triangle, so we need to do the Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. Here is a, here is b. I have 3 squared plus 4 squared, and that equals c squared. 9 plus 16 equals c squared. 25 equals c squared. Take the square root of 25, and it's 5. So this side is 5. So now to find the perimeter, you would add up what I'm highlighting in the green. Well, let's start for the perimeter. I have x and x, which is 2x. Then we've got 9, and 9 is 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 5 more is plus 30. So there's my perimeter. Here's the next one. It says find the perimeter of each rectangle in terms of x. Okay, well let's forget about this middle piece right here. Let's just look at the big rectangle. So the big rectangle, let me erase this stray mark. I've got 2x plus 5, so down here is 2x plus 5. 5x minus 9. This side is 5x minus 9. So the big rectangle. Add your x's. 5, 10, 12, 14x. Now do the units. I've got 5 and 5, that's 10, and minus 9, that's this part right here, which is 1, and then minus 9 again, which is negative 8. So it's 14x minus 8. The small rectangle, let's label this other side x minus 1, and the other side is 4x. Well, add up all your x's. 4 and 4 is 8, 9, 10. You have 10x, and then negative 1 and negative 1, which is minus 2. Okay, let's try this. It says true or false, the expression x squared plus 7x plus 2x plus 9 cannot be simplified. That is false. You can put these x's together right here, and you get x squared plus 9x plus 9. Next one. All right, simplify number 2. Pause this video, simplify it, and come back and see how you do. You should have put the x squareds together. You would have gotten 4x squared. Here's my x's. Plus 4x, and then the units, negative 2 plus 6 is plus 4. Next one. Be careful on the next one, it's got parentheses in it. So pause the video and come back and see how you do. This is a negative 1 right here. So at the beginning, nothing changes. The first part is still 4x squared plus x. The second part, you do the distributive property, and you get minus 3x squared, negative 3x plus 1. When you put the x squareds together, 4 minus 3 is 1x squared. Put the x's together, minus 2x, and then the last one is plus 1. Here's the next one. Pause that video and see if you can get this one right. In this one, there's a plus in between them. If there's an addition sign, you don't change anything. It stays exactly how it's written. You can just drop off the parentheses. It stays negative x squared plus 5x minus 3. So now, to go through and find your answer, put the x squareds. Negative 2 minus 1, negative 3x squared, negative 4x plus 5x is 1x. 2 minus 3 is negative 1. Here's your answer. The next one. There's the next one. Let's see if I can move this up just a tad here. Oh, that was a lot. All right. First, we're going to put together our x cubes. I've got 3x cubed minus 1x cubed. 2x cubed, x to the third power. Next, negative 6x squared minus 8x squared, negative 14x squared. Then the x's, 7x plus 1x plus 8x. And that's your final answer. The next one, find the perimeter of the figure below. Well, same thing. Perimeter means to add up all the sides. I'm going to circle my x squareds. So my perimeter, 4x squared, my x's, plus 10x, and my units is 8 minus 4, which is plus 4. Next one, right here, see if you can find the perimeter of Nick's room. Whoop. All right, I'm going to draw a rectangle, and it's going to be 2x plus 1 and x plus 3. Now, remember, do the other sides. 2x plus 1 x plus 3. The perimeter means to add up the sides. You have 2, 4, 5, 6 x's. And then we have 3 plus 3 is 6, 7, 8, plus 8. That's your perimeter. Now what if I added in there and said, well, what if x equals 2 feet? Find the perimeter. What would you do? You would take 6x plus 8, and remember we're going to put in there, we're going to put that 2 in there for x. So we would do 6 times 2 plus 8. Whoops, plus 8. There we go. 12 plus 8 is 20 feet. 20 feet. Whoop, I was going to square it, but it's not squared.